Brinkofspeed and Octane Hour. We are back here in the Corvette Museum, and I've got Adam right next to me, and we got neighbor Mark right next to me on the left.
I can't believe we're here again. I cannot believe we're here again. Do you remember just last year we were here, Adam?
I 100% remember last year. It was great.
So incredible. We got all new cars and exhibits. I just can't believe we're in the museum again. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so I arrived early today, got out, looked at all the stuff that was in the parking lot, looked at all the stuff that was, GM's lineup.
You did something else while you were in the parking lot. You stole a wheel off a vendor table.
We had to.
Don't we have the security?
The security is, I just got a text. They're going to be back here very soon.
So anyway, welcome everybody. We're going to talk about the 2026 later on. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to show you. And of course, we've got Adam here from the National Corvette Museum, and he's got a lot to tell you as well. So welcome, and thank you for letting us be in this museum again.
Our pleasure. Thanks for coming. Thank you guys for tuning in. Last year, hard to believe, was the first time that you all had did this, and it was great. I think appreciate the questions, the comments. We're going to follow a lot of the same format, I believe,
Sure.
and go over some of the events, some of the coverage options that we have, and then take a walk around.
Sounds good. Is everything good? Can everybody see us, hear us?
I just asked you to zoom in just a little bit because it's just like so far away. If you just zoom in just a little bit, get
I don't know if
faces.
Yeah.
Get me and Adam on each side of this. This is that's the photographer and me.
All right. So.
Yeah, maybe up in the air. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's saying everything is
too far.
good to go.
There you go.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to know.
Got a lot of black table there. We're just up a little bit.
Well, don't worry. Very soon we will be walking around and we'll be showing everybody the amazing cars that are in the museum.
We're going to be doing the roving.
So, So as you guys know, we are brought to you by the NCM Insurance Company. They have amazing collectible car insurance. We both have it. Darren has it. I know a lot of people with it. It's a no-brainer, and it's not just for Corvettes. It's also for Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, McLarens, you name it. If it's a collectible car, you drive about 6,000 miles or less a year, you own a garage to put it in, you own another car that's your daily driver, then you're good to go. You can qualify for this insurance.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, we started this program 16 years ago yesterday.
Nice.
Which is hard to believe.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A little bit of an anniversary there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's hard to believe. I'm just fortunate to have been chosen to start this agency from the jump, and we built an amazing team. We insure some incredible cars. As Mike said, not just Corvettes. Last week we insured an Aston Martin Valkyrie, which is
I was going to say,
right?
that had to blow your mind.
Absolutely, but to see the cars that come through our desk is amazing, and it's wild. We have 13 people on our team right now. We're in the process of hiring 3 more right now, and it's funny because you turn some non-car people into enthusiasts just because of the cars that we see. So it's thanks to you guys for putting those cars with us, and we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and if you guys want to get a quote, just go to the website. It's linked in the description below. Click on that, get a quote, and make sure while you're in there to put BOS 2025. That way he knows that you're coming from Brinkofspeed. And then they'll send off an email. You'll answer some questions from them, shoot it back to them, and then they'll give you a call and get you all signed up. And you'll save anywhere from hundreds of dollars every year to thousands of dollars every year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's ultimately the goal. And then the other side of that goal is to provide, coverage when you need it the most. I mean, that's the sole reason why insurance exists, is to pay those claims in the event of a claim need. Now, to comment on the savings part, there are sometimes we're just not going to win. We get it. Sometimes we're going to be a little bit higher, but regardless, thank you for giving us a shot. That means the world to us.
Absolutely.
So Adam, did you think 16 years? 16 years ago, you came here as a car enthusiast, and you ended up being an expert in insurance. You say you've got insurance guys that are now becoming car enthusiasts. Did you think when you were growing up that you'd be like an amazing insurance guy? Did you?
No. I don't think anybody gets into the insurance space wanting to get into insurance. It honestly, it fell on my lap, and I started here at 18. I was working admissions and just
2018?
no,
2018?
when I was 18 years old. So it was 1998, July of '98.
Wow.
That I started on staff here, and so been here 26 years coming up in July, and it's been remarkable. I mean, I met my wife, through this museum. She pulled up in her '69 Corvette. I like to say,
Fell right in love, didn't
yeah,
he?
right. I mean,
Your girl pulls up in a '69 Vet. Did it have side pipes?
no, it did not. Right?
It had the 327.
It was a 350. It was a
350.
350 with a 4-speed, but no ring on the finger, nobody in the passenger seat. So
There you go.
it was a win.
Amazing.
That is awesome.
But it's been amazing, and again, I'm just fortunate. But yeah, just to your point, to convert people who are non-Corvette people or non-car people into, man, one day I want to own that '65 Mustang that we just insured. Yeah, it's pretty cool to hear your team say that.
Yeah.
I've spent 38 years of my life at Allstate, right, as an insurance person, and never thought I'd never grow up, but I had a really good time while I was doing it, before I retired.
Yep. No, it's fantastic. It's a great industry to be in, and the satisfaction that I'm sure you had, much like us, when you hear from a customer that went through a claim experience and it was a positive one. That's what drives us. That's what motivates us.
All right, so real quick, we're also brought to you by WheelCraft. And Ed was supposed to be here, but he had some extenuating circumstances that did not allow him to join us tonight. But his wheel joined us. And this is the new, I'm telling you, this thing is glossy. It's their new PVD process that is just unbelievably glossy. And Mark's going to play Vanna White.
It is sick.
It's a little heavy.
So people are complaining about the low camera angle. We're about ready to do a walk of the museum, so we do know that the camera's a little bit low, but we'll start doing it. So if anybody wondering why you're seeing that low angle, it'll change soon.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we'll fix it.
This is the wheel. Look at
Yeah, so this is a Z06 wheel. It's in the black chrome. Like I said, the process of this is just phenomenal. It's made it even more glossy than it already was.
It's a new process, right?
It's a new process. Yeah. And he's
bet
so
in the
proud
sun
of it.
This is going to be like jumping out.
Yeah,
pop.
it's gonna pop big time. And guys, this is such an easy thing as far as your process goes to get on your car. So instead of having to spend $3,000-$4,000 or more on brand new wheels, putting in an order, waiting 6, 8, 10 weeks to get your wheels, this is very, very quick. You actually put your order in with Ed at WheelCraft. He already has OEM duplicates of your wheel. He chromes them up, whichever color you want. He ships them out to you, and then he puts, here, move this way, Mark. He puts them, he puts returns labels in the box. So all you do is have them installed on your current tires, and then you put your old wheels back in the box and ship them back to him. And it's going to run you anywhere from $1,300 to $1,700, and that's it.
Wow.
I do have a question. Where can I get the rest of the wheel? Is that an extra charge?
No, those are just hubcaps.
These are spinners.
Yeah, the spinners,
These
right?
are spinner hubcaps.
So I think there's even a process when you pick up the car here at the museum
There is,
that you can arrange for the wheels to be installed here as well.
Yes.
And they will be installed before delivery, I think. Is that right?
I'm not sure that you can get that yet.
Okay.
I do know that they will install them over at the track.
Great.
But if they have changed it between the last time I heard and now, great. That'd be awesome if they have them already on your car when you come pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So if it doesn't have them, drop a comment.
Yeah.
Maybe
There's some people on here probably that have already had it done recently, so maybe they'll know. But last I heard, you pick up the car, then you drive it over to the track, and then they do it at the track.
But they're here
Yeah.
within the day. You can have them installed, and you walk out with your semi-custom car with those awesome wheels.
And if you have enough time and the track isn't busy, you can get out there, pay a little money, and drive a car on the track. It's not even your car. It's their car. You can put all the miles on theirs and have a blast in a Stingray, E-Ray, or Z06.
And you're going to do that, I think, right?
I think I am.
I think you are too.
I think he is too.
Yeah.
There's even a C7, a manual C7. So if you want to drive a manual again, we have those over at the
Is it
Motorsport Park too.
is it a Z06 or Stingray or
Yes.
all three?
Yes.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
I just got even more excited.
I mean, you're a former C7 guy too, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
C7
yeah,
manual.
5,
Yep.
6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
absolutely. So do you want to go over the agenda? What's happening
Let's
this
do it.
weekend?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes.
So Bash is an incredible event. We've been hosting it since 97. We've been 28 years. I mean, 97, 98, 96, 97. It's been remarkable, and it continues to grow year after year. There's a full agenda, and you can go online to CorvetteMuseum.org and click on events and just find the Bash, find the agenda with the complete agenda. We're going to cover some highlights, though.
Okay, let's do it.
So on Thursday, one of the cool things that our team has recently started is we do some in-house restoration.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a 1954 Corvette that's is it 1954?
53?
74. I'm sorry, it's Zora's car.
Oh,
It's Zora's
even
car.
better.
Which is awesome. It was one of the only cars that he truly owned, and it was a retirement gift. And it was becoming a little, aged. And so our team here at the museum is restoring that car in-house. And it's absolutely incredible to watch. We've got some videos that we put out on social media, but you can walk back and hear from the team that is doing the work themselves. So highly encourage that to happen. You should check that out.
That's how far along are they on that restoration, do you know?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Okay.
But they're definitely.
Are they looking for some people to turn a wrench?
Yeah.
Because I'd love to turn a wrench on Zora's car. Would that be cool?
So
That would be so
you
cool.
have to be qualified. This staff that we have here. I mean, an All-State guy, probably not. But we
I've
have.
got a C3.
We have-
Nobody else here does, so I know how to wrench a C3.
And you're going to look at these folks, and they're younger, but they graduated from like McPherson College. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
top tier,
Sure.
schools that focuses on restoration,
Yeah.
preservation.
Yep.
So that'll be an incredible.
That'll be cool, yeah. That's
event.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And when is that again?
That is on Thursday at
Thursday.
11:15.
And that's at?
It'll be in the preservation garage.
Okay.
We'll stop by and take a look in there. Maybe we can get a glimpse.
Oh,
of
that'd
that
be
car.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then it looks like at 1:15 there's a behind the scenes with Pratt & Miller talking about their fantasy camp. And this is in conjunction with the Motorsports Park. So you'll come here and to the Motorsports Park, you will get hands-on experience like a pit crew, learning the process of changing tires, gassing the car up. And then you're going to get instruction from the actual race team. So, drivers from the team are going to be here. It's almost sold out. So if you want to participate in that, come and check out the seminar and behind the scenes deal, and be sure to sign up.
That's awesome.
It's going to be really cool. I hope to go. One of the most popular events or items that happens on the agenda is the assembly plant update. So, the assembly plant director will give an update along with his team about some of the new things that are happening at the plant. Absolutely one of the most attended, so be sure to get there early to get your seat, because it will be standing room only.
Time is of that one is at?
That is at 1:30, so 1:30 to 2:30.
Yeah, Bowling Green plan update for
Yep.
sure.
And Ray Theria will be hosting that.
Nice.
There's a lot more happening on Thursday, but moving on to Friday, we have this really cool thing that we've been doing here with our cars. We've been scanning the vehicles and making three-dimensional type models.
Okay.
And not models per se, but you can get on, if you're a member of the museum, there's a section on our site just for members that you can see the 3D scans of the cars in our collection.
Really?
And I'm assuming that you could turn it and play around with it, zoom in and everything. It's an incredible process.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to show us how that is done
Wow.
here at the museum.
And when is that again?
So that'll be on Friday at 9 o'clock. So it'll be from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you can just drop in, drop out kind of
as
thing.
they're doing
Yep.
some tanning.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, very good.
So that's going to be cool. That's also in that preservation garage. Also on Saturday, there's an artifacts pit stop. And this is going to be really cool. So it's an oral history with our staff, with our folks that are in the the collections staff, but they're going to be joined along with Andy Pilgrim. And
Andy Pilgrim?
Andy Pilgrim is going to be
The Andy Pilgrim?
The
Wow,
Andy Pilgrim.
yeah.
So yeah, C5 race car driver, drove with Dale Earnhardt,
Yes.
one Le Mans, one Daytona. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got every record or every title that one could have, and
Yep.
and I think he is. I see you're looking up, Mark. I think
I'm
he is
wondering where-
in this Hall of Fame.
He is definitely.
He
he's
will be
gotta
in the
there.
racing section
Yep.
over there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's got to be over here probably.
incredible guy, neat guy.
There he is, isn't he?
Yeah,
Right there.
absolutely. Yep. But awesome guy. And then it looks like at 12:30, actually 12 o'clock is, we were just pointing out the Hall of Fame inductees. So at 12 o'clock, we're going to make an announcement of who the 2025 class is. So that'll be exciting.
okay.
So every year we do a employee of General Motors, former employee of General Motors, somebody from Corvette Racing, and an enthusiast.
Nice.
So those people who have really made an impact on the Corvette
Sure.
and this this hobby that we all love.
Yep.
And then 12:30, there's a Corvette team update. This is where it gets exciting. This is where information about production numbers and how many cars have been produced. Maybe some tidbits on a ZR1. We don't know
Or
yet.
maybe even more than that.
You never know. There could
never
be. Yeah, I'm not going to say it, but there could be some nice cushy things that happen. I honestly have no idea, but the only way to know immediately is if you're here.
Yeah.
So
So what time is that again for the Corvette team update?
that's on Friday at 12:30 to 1:30.
12:30 to 1:30. Yeah.
So one of the things that I was going to say about tonight is there are no 2026s on the campus right now. There is a rumor that one or two may show up. But in lieu of that happening, this right here that he's talking about, maybe we'll get some pictures and some actual inside photography of the 2026 interior if they're not going to show us in person.
You never know, and the Bash has historically been an event that information is shared. I honestly have no idea. I'm being completely honest with you. I don't know, but if it's going to happen, it could be at that time.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then moving on, Saturday, there's a lot happening on Saturday. The one thing I want to point out, though, is there is a Corvette Racing program update with Wes Niemiec from Pratt & Miller or Corvette Racing, but then Tommy Milner is going to be here
Oh, wow.
as
Milner's
well.
gonna be here.
Yeah,
Nice.
so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Wes Wong, who also works for Pratt & Miller, will be here, probably the MC of the event, and he'll be running that. But all in all, this event is just a fantastic event. We're glad to have you guys here.
We appreciate the opportunity.
It's an amazing event. So if you're not here, be here next year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a blast.
God, yeah, just
And when you
amazing.
see what we're about to show you, we've got some extras that we're going to show you as well because there's some new stuff that was done over there. But we're going to show you around here, and then we'll show you that extra stuff too. So stick around.
So one tidbit, if you're a customer of NCM Insurance, these are exclusive NCM Insurance hats. This is our new 2025
hat.
design. So you got the little camouflage. It's
Yeah.
the nice new material, but on the inside it says, "We've got you covered."
Nice.
So just a little
awesome.
little thought. But if you're a customer, come out and see us outside at our booth.
Look at that. We got you covered.
We'll be sure to get you one.
Look at that. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a very cool hat.
So that's yours. Your
Oh,
customer.
thank you.
We got you covered. And
I'll put
protecting
that on right now.
Protecting your passion.
Let's put them on.
them
Oh,
on.
well, you don't have to. But I'm going to put mine on. But yeah, if you're ready to show people around,
Absolutely.
let's do it.
Let's do it for
Let's
sure.
walk around the museum.
Do you want to take the wheel?
Do I want to take the wheel? I mean,
You know what's
I can guess at things. There's a lot of things I'm not
I'm
going to
saying
know.
that wheel.
Oh, that wheel.
take the
I thought you meant take the lead.
Right? That's hilarious. So in the Skydome right now, are you cool?
If she wants the video, that's fine, or I can take it and.
She's good. Very
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Our unnamed assistant, we won't name her, but she's doing our camera.
It's up to you.
Yes.
You're good? Okay.
You won't be able to hear her. She's
right.
unfortunately got laryngitis right now. It's a true story.
So where do you want to start?
So I guess, let's just start here, right?
Let's do it.
There. No,
Look at this.
This is it. Yeah.
This is the 83.
The one and only.
83.
Yes, the one and only 83.
Yep.
Yeah.
So lots of stories are floating around of how this car, stuck around or came to be. And ultimately, it's one of, 43 produced. There's only like 1.5 in existence.
Yep.
We got the one, we got the half as well. But
awesome.
There's a gentleman who used to work at for General Motors.
Yep.
One of the guys responsible for bringing Corvette here and getting, staff acclimated and part of for the production team. He helped save this car, and it was all because he did not want to get his boots wet.
That's my trivia question.
Yeah.
I did that 2 weeks ago trivia question.
That's hilarious.
I said, what was the article of clothing that is directly responsible for the last 83 Corvette that's here? And everyone was like, what? It was cowboy boots, right? He
Yep.
didn't want to get his boots
Didn't
wet.
want to get his boots wet. So
Pouring rain. Yep.
the car was destined for the Crusher, and luckily,
He had one left.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get out of the car. He's like, nah, I'll get my shoes wet. I'll
Yep.
do it on Monday. And then they totally forgot about it. And then what was the story? They just kind of find it. They see it sitting out there and they go, what is that out there?
that's right.
That's crazy.
It is absolutely insane. We are thankful that he didn't want to get his boots wet.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Interesting story around these wheels. This is the only set of wheels that are 1983 specific.
Wow.
Two things to point out, or actually a couple things to point out. The front, you can see inner barrels haven't been touched by WheelCraft, right? So they're
Right.
nice and shiny like the
Yeah.
WheelCraft wheels are. It's more of a cast finish. But on the back wheel,
Yeah,
they were
those
testing
are-
out different methods, right?
Sure.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have the shiny barrel
Yes.
versus the cast barrel in the front. These were found in a
I think they were
closet.
They were just like painted. Is that like a clear coat or something?
Yes.
Or polished, I wonder.
Yeah. So no, it was they're machined.
Yeah.
And that's why you can really see the machine work on it. But they were found in a closet up at the Tech Center at Milford Proving Grounds.
The wheels were.
The wheels were. That's right.
And
So absolutely incredible. We had those wheels refinished because they were really in bad shape, just oxidation and corrosion. But we had a local shop here in town, refinished
Refinish
them
them.
to the proper finish.
Correct.
So
Yes.
I was fortunate to be part of that. That was exciting.
That is so cool. Yeah, to
Yep.
see it's still sitting here. Yeah.
All right, while we're walking to the next car, if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do so. It really helps YouTube know that you're enjoying the video. Thanks, guys.
So moving on to another car that's in our collection. This is a 1973 XP987.
That's awesome.
This car has got a tremendous
The rotor.
history.
It does.
It
yes.
came over from England, I believe. Tom Falconer owned it. We acquired it from Tom Falconer, and with the help of Lone Star Corvette. They're in Dallas or in your state.
That's my club.
Yeah,
Lone Star Corvette Club.
I'm
yeah.
a member as well, so shout out to them.
Very good, yes.
But they helped raise money to purchase this car. But it was just a test on whether that they can build a vehicle that wasn't the traditional V8.
Sure.
And it's got a Wankel motor. It was a General Motors derived Wankel engine versus like say a Mazda or whatnot. But you'll look at this car and you'll see a lot of Porsche, and I believe
Sure.
they started with like the Porsche 924. You can see kind of the rear windows, the way they work. Yep, 928. Yep. But a really incredible car, made its way to England, kind of was forgotten, and then it came back to life.
This was 73, so did Zora have any part of this? Like that was maybe because he was...
Without a doubt, Zora had to have had his hand in this car.
It also kind of reminds me of a De Tomaso.
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Same kind of lines, but it's very characteristic of that time frame.
Sure.
With that design, but beautiful car. We are so happy to have this in our collection.
cool.
How long has it been that it's been in the collection?
I'm trying to think. When did we? Yeah, it would have been around 2020.
So not too long ago. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
So I don't remember this car being here years ago, and just seeing it here is just so.
Yeah.
Did they refinish it? My gosh, the paint
No,
is,
not at all.
it is incredible.
It is absolutely incredible. This is the way we got it from Tom. Derek Moore was one of our former curators, was responsible for making this transaction happen,
Wow.
and we're thankful for that. He was very instrumental in getting this car, but beautiful design.
It is beautiful.
Now, around us, we have this really great exhibit right now. It's
How did this change from last year? The last year's exhibit. I think there's a lot of rotation in the cars, isn't there?
There's a ton of rotate. Every car, I would say, every car aside from the 83 and
This
the
one.
millionth in the XP 987
Yeah.
are probably new in here.
Okay.
They may have been in other parts of the museum, but every single one of these cars has a pop culture tie.
Nice.
So you have this particular Roy Orbison 1967
Orbison.
Corvette. I mean, you think
awesome.
about was Pretty Woman inspired while
Yeah.
driving this car. You just never know. The car next to it, even though it's a micro car or mini car,
Yeah.
this was a Disney ride.
Oh, the Disney ride.
Oh,
car.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So cool.
That is awesome.
Look at the handbrake.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, just imagine all the kids that got in that car.
Yeah.
And maybe because of that, they're now an owner.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's really cool to think about. You got the 54 over here. This was Jerry Lee Lewis's.
Oh, wow.
1954 Corvette.
Yeah.
It's got a really interesting history. I met this gentleman who owns this car in Detroit last year at Autorama, and he was talking to me about this Jerry Lee Lewis car that he had, and we connected him with the team here at the museum, and the car is now on loan to us,
That's
which
so
is
awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible.
All right, let's go look.
Let's go look at some more, right? Do you want to talk, Mark? I mean, I feel like I'm doing it all.
Well, I mean, I'm going to hold the mic, but you know about the cars.
All right.
Well, you should know about these next three.
I know,
especially
right?
the last one.
Especially the one over there, the
Yeah.
black one. Yes.
This This is Jim Lovell. His 1968 Corvette. One of the Apollo astronauts. But this was a really cool deal. Back in the day, there was a dealership called Rathman Chevrolet who developed this
Is that the dollar leasing
dollar
program?
lease program.
Yeah.
Yep, you're exactly right. And I'm not 100% sure if this car was part of it, but it still, it ties directly into that pulp culture because
Sure.
astronauts needed to drive something like they needed to drive their spaceship while here on on the
Yeah.
streets, and this was that spaceship to them.
That's awesome.
Sure, absolutely. When that 68 came out, compared to the 67, it was like a spaceship. It
Absolutely.
was like, yeah.
George Jones's 1978 Corvette, and then Mark.
Yes, my pace car.
Your pace
I'm
car.
gonna hop over. You think anybody find out? I'm gonna hop over and I'm gonna look at this pace car. I'm gonna look at the VIN number. The VIN number is. Oh, I can't see the VIN number. Oh, I don't have. Let me see. Can I see the VIN?
You got
number?
your glasses.
I know.
Use your cell phone with the light on
My
it.
cell phone with the light on. This is going to be so cool. I have number 3000.
And that's Reggie
I have number
Jackson's car.
3000. This is 4876. Now, what's the special part about this?
It's
pace
Reggie
car?
Jackson's.
This was Reggie Jackson's car.
Jackson's car.
Yeah.
So what's kind of cool is this car also has 78.1 miles on it, I
Oh,
believe.
wow.
At least it did back in '98. But this was part of.
Oh, do you mind if I check that out?
Go ahead. Don't open.
No, I won't open. I won't open. 78 miles on a set
That's so
1978
crazy.
pace car.
Absolutely.
That is crazy.
Plus this
LED
guy-
to the boots, Reggie Jackson.
He
Mr.
had
October.
some crazy home runs that went out of the park
Absolutely.
at Tiger Stadium, and
Yeah.
I have a friend that was there when he hit one out of the park at Tiger Stadium. They estimated it to be like 400 or 500. I don't remember how far.
Wow.
But he was just a beast at hitting out of stadiums.
That's
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. October, like you said, right?
And that's an L82. Is it an automatic or is it a? I think it's an automatic.
I believe it is an automatic.
Yes, it's an automatic. Yep. And it is. See if it's got the Gymkhana suspension in it. No, it doesn't. Very nice. Very nice.
So this car, the story that I've heard about it, it was part of, if you remember, you all may know, Reggie had a big fire and lost a lot of vehicles.
Oh, okay.
And supposedly
I didn't
this
know
car,
that.
from what I have heard, was in that fire. So you see the wrinkle on the pin.
I do.
That's because of the heat.
Okay, well,
that's
the least that
that's
happened.
the
I mean, yeah.
minor damage in reality. So pretty remarkable, but great story. I see Reggie every year at a big show in Chicago.
Oh, do we
And,
now? We see
yeah,
Reggie
we
every
see
year. My
Reggie.
good friend Reggie.
That's
Call me-
awesome.
Call me Reggie.
Exactly.
But,
Look at this. Brickyard 400 Corvette.
yeah, so I mean, this is a great car. You can see at the Brickyard whenever they do the parade laps with the drivers. This was the car that
Mark Martin and Sterling Marlin
rode in. So they were sitting on the tonneau cover, waving
Nice.
to all the fans in the audience.
It's awesome.
It's a convertible. It's got a
Hardtop.
hardtop on it.
Hardtop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see that too
It's a
often.
really
at all.
pretty C4.
It's a great looking car.
Yeah, it is.
I don't remember how many of these were produced, but it was maybe 15 or 20.
25 maybe?
Okay, that was close.
Fleet of 25 Corvettes.
Yep,
13 red and 12 black.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
They didn't make many. Like the pace car, they made 6,502.
502.
That's right.
Yep. So next to it, it's this is Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley,
is,
okay.
Just an awesome guy.
Yeah.
He's a friend.
Nice.
This is his 1961 Corvette, and you can see next to it all of it's kind of the records that he is gone platinum
Does he
with.
still own it, or did he donate it?
This
or?
is still his car, and what's really cool.
Sorry,
is,
Brad. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm just kidding.
It's a great car. So cool story. I was down in Nashville at a car event, and I know Brad's dad fairly well. And
again with the
right?
name throwing.
So,
Look at him.
But the cool thing was, Brad, they were like, we're having trouble getting this thing into drive. We put it in reverse. The linkage was all not lined up right anymore.
Yeah.
So I knew what to do because my wife, 69, does the same thing. The leakage needs to be fixed.
Adjusted, so you
Yep.
know, kind of finagle it.
So I'm like, where are you guys at? So I went and helped them out, got the linkage all lined up, and they were on their way.
Oh,
But
wow.
so it's a cool story. But what's really neat is Brad's got this Falconer aircraft, and on the tail, it's got the white cove painted on it.
Nice.
But then he's also got this really great bus that the entire side of it is painted that cove.
Oh, wow.
That cove white.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a guitar.
It's amazing.
room that the cove is on the wall in the guitar room. So really just a neat guy. He's got a bunch of cars, a bunch of Corvettes. He's absolutely a fan, and we love seeing him here.
I just never
amazing.
understood how anybody over like 5'11", a normal weight, could get and drive that car with the steering wheel.
It's a
I don't
huge
think.
steering
I mean,
wheel.
I'm 6 foot. I don't.
Yeah,
think I
the steering
could-
wheel is massive.
It is. It's big, and the way it
Yep.
sits, it's only a couple inches off the top of this
absolutely. Yep.
seat.
Yep. Also, here's a cool guitar. This is one of the
Oh, wow.
only carbon fiber guitars that were.
And it's a Z06.
It's a Z06, C7
A
Z06.
C7 Z06, yeah.
Wow.
But-
guitar.
Crook does all of Brad's guitars
That's so cool.
out of West Virginia. That's where Brad's from, and so
Okay.
it's just a tie back to West Virginia. That's
awesome.
And his home state.
Beautiful.
So we got
Hawaii
Hawaii
5.0
5.0 Corvette. I don't have a big connection to this car, but it's really cool to see the 73 Corvette here.
Interesting color. It's kind of a rare color. Medium blue, it's called.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, medium blue.
Medium
Yeah,
blue.
that's
Yep. It was on
It's good looking
CBS,
blue.
From 2010 to 2020. Pop culture.
Gran
with
Turismo.
PlayStation, Gran Turismo.
Yes.
This was a SEMA car. This was unveiled in
Wow.
2013. And it was actually a gift, I believe, from General Motors to the PlayStation CEO. General Motors still owns the car. But really cool aesthetic modifications. You can see the hood is different. The front grille is different. It's got
Oh
this,
yeah, that front grille is
Yep.
really nicely done. It's like
It's
a
very nice.
brushed nickel, not chrome, but yeah.
Yeah,
Like a brushed metal.
PVD finish that probably WheelCraft did.
That's right.
exactly.
Ed, where's that?
exactly. And it's all cambered out too.
It is.
It's ready
yeah.
for the track.
It is ready for the track. I believe you can actually download if you're on the game, if you play the game.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Probably can use this
Yeah,
car.
I'm sure.
Yep. But what's really cool, the Z06 wasn't unveiled till what year?
15.
2015. So in 2013, you see the rear inlets
Oh,
behind
yeah.
the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Those are Z06.
Oh, my God.
It was like right under our noses. We didn't
Wow.
know, right?
That's cool.
General Motors is sneaky. They do those
Yeah,
things
yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah, they did. Look at that. And it's that same brushed finish that the front
awesome.
there is, and the same brushed finish here
Yeah.
in the wheels. Yeah.
The side gill.
Wow.
This one's really pretty. That's from Transformers, right?
It is. Yeah, the next two cars are Transformer cars.
Oh, okay.
The 2017 Stingray Crosshairs, just wild execution. Look at the hood. Mm-hmm. Look at that wing.
Yeah, the
Or
wing is really
the
cool.
wings. I mean, it's wild.
It's very cool.
But a really
The
great.
character Crosshairs first appeared in the Transformers film series. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
I remember seeing this one
Yeah.
and thinking, wow,
What is that?
what is that? Yeah.
Yep.
That came out in 2009, and didn't that speak to what the C7 was going to be?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So a glimpse into what the future of Corvette was
I
going
mean,
to
look
like.
at the front. Look at the front right here. I mean, that's
All of it,
C7.
yeah.
Go
Absolutely.
C7 right there.
But
Yeah.
really cool and neat to have this here. I believe there's two versions of this: the running car and then a styling buck,
Oh, okay.
which we had at one point in time. We still have it. So the only two examples of this are here in the museum right now.
Wow.
Nice.
Now what's
Here,
cool
say
too,
that again.
the only two examples of this car are here in the museum right now.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Now, this is cool too. So this is a new thing for the museum, and
Braille.
That
the
Braille?
Braille plaques. So we're trying. We want different audience. You may not be able to visually see the car, but you can learn about it.
Sure.
And hopefully that'll invigorate and spark curiosity into the car, and hopefully become a fan.
Absolutely.
Can you
very
imagine
cool.
being able to just run your fingers across that and
And no.
To know what it says.
oh
Yeah.
my
It's
goodness,
absolutely
yeah,
incredible.
that's just
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and then you can, if you feel the car, you can feel the lines.
Oh, yeah.
Of the car.
oh yeah, it's like a
Yeah,
very
that's
nice.
yeah.
But pretty neat.
I'm sure they could really figure out a lot with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Very nice.
And then, over here we have three really great examples of the C8. So we have the 70th anniversary Z06 with the full Z07 carbon package.
Yeah.
We have a Z07, or we have an E-Ray right in the middle. These are all marketing cars. And then over, to the left is a right-hand drive. And I believe this is
Nice.
one of the very first right-hand drive Corvettes produced. But, there's a huge market overseas
Yeah.
for the car. And, it's really cool to have one here. I think a lot of people look at it and go, what is wrong with it?
I'm like seeing it in a reverse. Yeah, look at that.
And they have no idea. They have no idea. Until you look at it, and maybe it's that aha moment.
It's the reverse
that hits
wall of
them,
buttons.
right?
The reverse
Yeah,
wall
it's
of
very
buttons.
cool.
Look at that.
I think it's the first one I've seen in person
I
for
know,
sure.
right? That is incredible.
It's got the competition seats in it
Yeah.
and the suede.
But yeah, I mean, Asia,
And you always notice on here it's got like winter tires on it. Like all the ZR1s out there have winter tires.
Yep. That's a General Motors thing. So if it's an employee-driven car, if it gets below a certain temperature, they have to put on the all seasons or the winter tires.
Now, when you say winter, you mean like the
No,
ones
those are
that
snow tire.
non-Z51s come in on? No, you're
No,
saying-
those are like snow tires.
these are
They're,
snow-
they're
They
almost
make
like
the
Blizzaks. Seriously, feel them. They're like Blizzaks.
So, oh yeah, and
Yeah.
is that still a Michelin tire?
I think it is, yeah.
it is,
Michelin snow tire for the Corvette.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have the 1 millionth Corvette. It's a 1992 Corvette. This was one of the cars that was in the sinkhole. And so we're still sharing that story. It may not be as prominent. But it's also not what is this museum is all about. But a very important piece of history, obviously being the millionth car, reminiscent of the 53, the white with the red interior, black top. But a great car, great story.
I've always loved the white with
Yeah.
red on the C4 especially.
Great color combo, not overstated with the red, but beautiful color combo. One of the cool things when General Motors was restoring this car, bringing it back after the sinkhole, the windshield was collapsed. There was
wow.
body all cracked up. The dash was cracked. They bought another 93 or 92, I mean, and that same color combination, pull the parts off of it that they could repurpose in this
Use the
car.
parts so it's
Yep.
the original. Yeah.
Yep. And under each body panel are signatures of the employees from the plant. they were able to recreate a lot of those signatures digitally.
That's so cool.
One they couldn't, and that was on this the battery cover.
Okay.
Down here on the lower quarter panel, and so they were able to locate the lady, the individual that signed it. She still lived in this area.
Oh, really?
Brought her out for the unveiling of this car. She signed it back the way it was.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
And it's great to have this car back in all of its glory.
This is great.
Isn't this exciting, guys? This is so amazing, and we're not done yet. We've got a lot more to show you.
We won't even have time to do the rest of the museum. You got to come.
Well,
here
no,
yourself.
but we're gonna hit this new part over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this over here too.
So we all know, Corvette racing is such a big part of the culture of the Corvette itself, and the fans are amazing. The team is amazing, and one of those team members is Richard Prince. And Richard Prince was recently inducted into the Hall of Fame here at the National Corvette Museum last year, and this exhibit is spectacular. It's called Speed Captured, the photographic works of Richard Prince. Richard kind of started as an amateur photographer and then really built his brand and has photographed the most amazing cars, not just race cars, but you have the Peter Max collection. It was a discovered group of cars in a...
Remember that?
Unbelievable.
It was discovered.
Yep, absolutely unbelievable. It was wild. Some of the cars were modified with custom paint. That was Peter Max's thing, but really cool. But
Can you imagine?
Just real quick, this Nassau blue is one of my favorite colors.
it's amazing.
Nassau
love
Blue
it.
66, Marina Blue 67.
Yeah,
I like the Nassau blue.
side pipes, gold line wheels, the spinners, the knockoffs. I mean, unbelievable car. Great spec,
It is
Oh,
beautiful.
Someday, Mike, I'm going to have one.
right?
Marina
Get it
Blue.
now.
All right. Let's go. Adam, throw me the keys. Throw me the keys. There we go.
The door right there.
What about a C7 ZR1
That's all right.
in Sebring orange?
It's okay. No, it's awesome. That's what my friend Dwayne has in Texas. Remember, he's got that 2019 ZR1 manual. Yeah.
What about the values on these cars?
Oh, they're incredible, especially a manual.
Absolutely insane. Delivery miles. I mean, we insured one not too long ago for $300,000.
I mean, us YouTubers back in 2018, 2019 said there's no way it's not going to go up because it's the last front engine, the last you can get a manual in, and they only made it for 1 year.
That's right.
So it's got to be crazy in value.
Yeah, General Motors did a phenomenal job with the car. Really, hit the ball out of the park and maximized every ounce of potential this car had with this particular.
Yeah, they really did. This is that special edition with the orange.
The Sebring orange, the really great spec.
Yeah.
Now, the cool fact about this car was the Dubai unveiling car. So
Oh, okay.
if you remember that car sitting on the spinner, that was this car.
Nice.
Now, why did they just? You think they would have made it? All the engineering that went into that. You think they would have made it for more than 1 year? But everybody was just so excited about that C8. They were like, you remember in 2019,
remember.
some of these cars weren't selling. They were actually coming off of some of the MSRP on those, right?
Well, and there were plenty at Corvette World that were way under what they stickered for.
Right.
Yeah.
With few miles.
Yeah.
They stickered for 130 and they'd sell them for like 115,
Right.
120.
Yep.
And then the cheapest one I saw there was like 110. It was a 1LZ, but
Yeah.
You could have bought like 4 of them and made.
And now
Yep.
you get a ZTK manual fully loaded up, and it's probably going to be close to $200,000.
Absolutely. So this is an export car. You can see the lights on the mirror, but then if you look inside the mirror, you'll see the Arabic that's on the mirror. That objects appear closer.
Oh wow, that's cool.
We assume that's what that says, right? Yes.
I
Very
think.
cool. Oh, yep. That's right. That's right. No.
Yeah.
You read it real quick.
I read it real quick.
Right.
Yes.
But really great car, pinnacle of Corvette performance, and it's led us to this current
Yeah.
C8 ZR1.
Yep.
I mean, 1,060.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Bonkers.
Yeah, it's absolutely unbelievable.
You can see all the images on the walls.
This is incredible. Look at his pictures that he
showing
takes.
off other cars that he's photographed.
Richard Prince, unbelievable.
I mean, look at the Ferrari.
Yeah, that thing is
That almost
amazing.
Looks, it's just amazing what that.
GTO.
Yeah.
Incredible.
wow.
Pinnacle of Ferrari. But then all the Corvette racing photos from Le Mans to Road Atlanta. I mean, all over the country. He has covered Corvette racing since inception, since before Corvette racing was announced to the world, and he still is covering it today.
The story that he tells in his interview, it's back there. You can see him being interviewed back here. You can see the tape is rolling, and he talks about how he got into it and how, I mean, he was a restorer before.
Yeah.
He knew a lot about Corvettes, but just how he got into, because he owned that one Corvette, right, that they wanted to use for that display. And
Right.
he said, yeah, you can
That's
use that
really
for display,
cool.
but do you think you could let me
I mean, all
shadow
these
the
are really
team at
cool.
first, right? And,
Yep.
and then he write a book about it, and then he ended up just,
It's just remarkable.
incredible.
Driving in the rain. Lots of rain.
I mean, I knew of the name Richard Prince from the 90s when I'd read Vet magazine.
Right.
And he was a writer and would take pictures during that period. And then he got into the Corvette. So it's funny, they say he's a photographer. I think of him as a restorer and a writer more
yeah.
than a photographer. At least,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah,
There he is.
Yeah, there he
His
is.
roots are deep within the hobby, so
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Oh, he's not there anymore.
And who loves the C5R?
This is such a cool car.
Good gosh.
So this is brought to us from the Lance Miller collection out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I mean, Corvette's of Carlisle. This is the number 3 race car that Andy Pilgrim, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Dale Earnhardt Sr., and Collins drove at Daytona. But the only time that Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr. or Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove for Corvette Racing just shortly before his death. But an incredible car that really set Richard on his path.
Oh, and it won Le Mans how many times?
I mean, incredible.
And Daytona how many times? And
I think the
Just,
C5 has more than any of the other Cs.
I think it does.
Yeah.
You are correct. It is insane. Such a beautiful race car, too.
And look, and they got up here. Look at them showing the race car. You can watch them. They've got the video of the races behind there. Oh, that's so awesome. Yep. Win the overall.
All the prototypes we're using.
To win overall. Think about that.
Win overall, not just the
Overall.
class.
And
Yes.
speaking of Gran Turismo, I used to use this on Gran Turismo.
Right? I mean,
There's Richard. Yep.
Yeah.
Solid teams and strong cars. Just
All right, what else do we have to look at?
so back in the corner, we have
Yeah.
the Cadillac DPI race car. So this is one of the latest, cars that Richard has been involved in with Corvette Racing. But this is the Cadillac V Series. Incredible.
This is
Yeah.
IMSA, the
It's an
IMSA car.
IMSA
It's a
car.
prototype IMSA.
That's correct. Yep, it runs in the WeatherTech series, but absolutely incredible to see. But
I'm going to go ahead and get in this and
I think
take
you
off.
should, yeah, for sure. But you can see on the wall in Daytona with the other Cadillacs.
And that's a Richard Prince
And
picture.
it's a Richard Prince photo, absolutely.
Unbelievable. He doesn't just shoot Corvette; he shoots all of GM Racing. So
Absolutely.
he'll shoot the Cadillac too.
I guess I never realized that these were open right here.
Yeah,
I always thought that was closed off.
yeah.
And they're even open on the rear, too.
An incredible car. The Corvette has set the Cadillac up, and it's become a pretty dominant car in the series.
Look at how that's.
I just never realized that was open. I thought that was always closed off, but I guess maybe it's better for downforce.
And
don't
look,
know.
it's got a buckle there to take it off.
Oh, yeah.
Could be air.
And look at the engine intake right
Oh
there.
my
Holy
gosh!
cow.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
I think those are howitzers.
Now, if I'm correct, I believe these are hybrids.
I believe that is correct. Yes.
Yeah. And they have like 1,100 horsepower or something. I don't know. It's something crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I love this. I love this photo. You're in Le Mans.
Oh, wow.
And you're sitting up on top, looking at the streets below,
Is that
and
close to the end, or is that just a vantage point. Look at that picture.
I don't know, but I mean, imagine the noise that's generated.
With
in
the
here.
echoing of the sound of the motor
Yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
But
That's
such
a beautiful sight right there.
It's incredible.
And this is what happens when Mike does his launch control.
Right,
Time.
exactly.
Right there, there's Mike's launch
Yep,
control.
there you go. That's what it looks like every time.
Ferraris sometimes catch on fire. They sometimes catch on fire.
Maybe Lambos too.
Yeah, so definitely some Lambos. Yep, definitely the Miura. But another. This is at Spa.
Spa, yeah.
I mean, such an iconic section of the track. Corvette leading the Ferrari before it caught on fire. I'm joking. I really don't know that. It just sounded really great. But yeah,
That's funny.
Spa's a great track for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Look at the pit crew over
That's
here.
one of his best pictures I think he's ever taken. Right here is this picture right here of them. He had the super wide angle lens. He's down low, ground level.
Yeah.
The guy's throwing his
Hose up, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's so awesome.
Yep. That was taken in 2020, maybe? Yeah, 2020, November 2020.
Wow.
The first year of the C8 racing.
but Richard's eye is just incredible to capture, the car going through, the Armco, or to capture it going, to get the trees and then the car behind it is. I mean, he's just got an eye that is going to be hard to duplicate or replicate for sure.
Hopefully he keeps doing it as long as he can.
Right. But
These pictures here, I love how he does these pictures. He gets up super high, and I guess Le Mans is written on the track, I guess.
yeah.
And he takes all these lights. He's got a whole
That's
setup
so
of lights. You
cool.
can see the light setup around here, how he does that. But look how he does that. Is that amazing?
Every year the team photos he one-ups every single
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's amazing how every time it's different.
This is amazing.
Look at that C8R right here.
C8R. And these
so
guys have a job to do in racing. Can you imagine getting them off their job
Yeah.
and saying, "Hey, just sit out here
Right.
at sunset.
Yeah.
It's got to be at 6:30, the golden
yeah.
hour,
The golden
right?
hour.
And to take these pictures with
And then
these lights.
24-hour right here.
24,
This
yeah.
one is cool. So 20 years of Corvette racing, it's showing the burnout.
Oh, nice. That's amazing.
That is amazing, yeah.
Hopefully the camera picks that up.
Oh, yeah, in fact, it picks it up very well, yeah. Yep. All right, let's go see that Zora car, maybe?
Yeah, you want to see the Zora?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is the part where we break in and the girl holding the camera saying, "No, don't go there, don't go there." But we're going to go, we're going to go.
And we're going to break the internet too.
We're going to
showing this car.
break the internet, that's
Yeah.
right.
I would say it's because you're with me, but that doesn't work.
that again.
I would say it's because you're with me, but that does not work anymore.
Because they don't know who you are. Your office is like 10 minutes
10
from here
minutes
now,
away.
right?
Man, that's a shame.
It is a shame, but hopefully one day we will be back on campus.
There you go.
So, so we're obviously honoring remembering the sinkhole in a small way. There's a great video here.
What is that?
This
Will
was
you fix this up?
this is the PVG
Come on,
pace
Adam,
car.
will you fix this
This
up?
is your project car, Mark.
Yep.
This is project, all right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But you can see some of the action items, things that happen post sinkhole.
Okay.
That really help put the museum on the map. You got the unbelievable image.
Yeah.
Looking inside of it. There's these videos.
Look at that. Actually, they look like there's toys in there.
And so that Blue Devil ZR1, that was actually a Z06 at one point in time that General Motors convert into a ZR1.
Wow.
That car was on every single marketing and media photo that General Motors put out in 2009 about the ZR1. The paint job on it's incredible. So we lifted it up out of the sinkhole, set it on the ground, hooked the battery cables up to it, fired it up. And honestly, that was a moment that we all needed here.
This started up.
No, not this car. The Blue Devil.
Blue Devil.
Blue Devil.
Okay, all right.
So it lifted up, sat down, fired it up, drove it out of this skydome. And that was that moment that we needed as an organization to say that, you know what,
We
this
can
is
do
going
this.
to be okay.
Yeah.
And floodgates had opened. Our attendance went through the roof.
So cool.
Millions of people knew we existed that never knew before. So it was a pivotal moment for this museum. We're not forgetting it. but we are looking past. We're moving forward because there's a lot of great things happening here.
I still don't understand how that spire stayed up, how everything around it, that spire must have been in some different concrete or something. I don't understand how
it
that
was
didn't.
Undermined by like 30%, but it didn't move a fraction of an inch.
Wow.
It was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Look,
Hey,
But-
we have a star. Adam Boak is up there speaking.
so awkward seeing yourself.
That's amazing.
But over here is the preservation area here at the museum. And you can see, I mean, we're body off.
That's the Zora car?
That's the Zora car.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Look at that.
So, Mark, as you probably know, one of the failing points on the body of this car is the
Yeah.
front fascia, the rear fascia. They cracked over time.
The rubber
Yep.
crazy bumper. Yep.
Yep. And
What
so
do you guys think?
it's really cool. I mean, to know that Zora sat in that car, drove that car, who knows the conversations he had
It was
with
the only
Elfie.
Corvette he actually personally owned, right?
That's right.
All the other were company cars and everything.
That's right. Yep. But you can see this space. They're restoring a car, but look how clean it is.
I was just about to say, let's go eat off the floor.
Right. It's incredible. They take pride in their work. It's evident by the space itself, and I can't wait to see what they produce.
Now, how do you get in here again? Where's the button? Where's the door? Come on, you gotta let me in here.
Yeah. So Mark's still searching, or the security is still searching for him, and they have the keys.
Okay. And that was it a big block? Or was it a
It was
350?
it's a 454.
Yeah.
And an automatic as well.
And an automatic,
So,
yes.
Yep.
Wow. And he had that wild paint job on it too, that light blue, dark blue.
That's right. Yeah, there was a
So
company.
70s custom,
Oh,
right?
very
That
much
was
so.
the-
Absolutely. I can't remember the name. Was it ASC? I can't remember the name of the company that did the
Greenwood,
paint
huh?
job. No,
Oh.
it was a fiberglass company out of the northern Ohio area that did the paint work on the car when they gave it to him.
Wow.
But
Amazing.
really, it's got a plaque on the B pillar that talks about being Zora's car.
Wow, that's great.
But then our design and engineering, we're going a little backwards in here. So, it's really cool though. We have, the XP819, the ugly duckling. It's it was, people always critique Corvette for going to that mid-engine, but this has been part of the plan since the beginning for Corvette. We have the Serv 1, which was, made in 1955 or so, and that was a mid-engine. And so Corvette has always been, wanting to go to that next level. And thankfully on the C8 they did.
Yeah. So there's one that's really catching my eye.
Which one's that?
The blue car down
The
there.
blue car, yeah.
What are we looking at down here?
So this is Astrovette 2. So there's Astrovette 1, which is the white car, and Astrovette 2. So Astrovette 2 was a study on how, on the mid-engine program, but they wanted to show two different concepts. Front engine, make it as slippery and aerodynamic as possible, and then the Astro 2, the mid-engine design of where it could go to.
Look how long it is from the back there to there. They really didn't have, the front of the car is still so long, whereas the C8, they moved the seating position
Yes.
up, what did they say, like 16 inches from
It's
the
up.
C7?
Yeah.
This, they just left the front of the car and just had a really long back.
Really long back.
Really long back,
Really long
because
back.
They didn't really change the front. I mean, look how long that front is on that.
It looks like a high-speed car.
Absolutely.
I mean, it looks like it could hit very high speeds.
Yeah, and I mean, it's an incredible car. Great design study and an engineering feat. I'm glad they kind of saved all this, though, for the C8.
Yeah, I am too. What a great looking car.
Zora, he's looking down saying, I tried this one, it didn't work. I
Right.
tried this one, they wouldn't listen to me.
While holding his martini.
Like the martini with a cigarette. Yeah, that's right.
So this is kind of cool. When I first started here in '98, I'll never forget walking in going, what is that? And this has been hanging in the museum pretty much in the same spot since the museum opened. If you take a close look at it, this is C5. So we opened the museum in September 1994.
Huh?
They're always
What? A
Yep.
C5?
C5. So this was before the C5 launched. You were getting a glimpse of that next Corvette.
Again, a little under the radar, right in front of our
you never
noses.
know
Yeah.
what's around here.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps this place exciting.
So we should start looking for C9 stuff.
I think we should.
I think that's what Adam's telling us.
I can't talk about C9.
I know, but we can.
Yep.
And we will.
We will. That's right.
Speaking of C9,
Look at that.
I'm
Studio X scale, 1966. 1966. They kept doing that wraparound windshield, right?
That's right. Yep. Really great
how are we doing
aerodynamic.
how are we doing on top?
It's right at 8.
It's right at 8. Okay. You have anything
Well,
else
if they
you
want to
wanna-
see the rest of this place, you got to show up.
You got to show
You
up.
got to come. We're
I
not doing
like
the whole
this. This
thing.
is really cool.
Yeah, all the sketches. So this really shows the design process for Corvette, and obviously now you're doing all these, sketches
Yeah.
on tablets or computers as opposed to drawing it out. But there's still a lot of that original design process used. I mean, they still draw on paper. They still color on paper. I mean, it's absolutely remarkable to watch. There's still, with 3D printing now, and
Sure.
somewhat taken maybe some of the glory away from the clay modeling, but at the end of the day, clay model is still easy to manipulate and really shows off the car.
Right.
But it is remarkable to walk through here and see the timeline of Corvette history, because you have C7, C5,
There's even
Serve, Serve 4, the 63s.
yeah.
It is remarkable to see the historic photos in here, to see where we've come from, to see where we are, and kind of see where we're going. That's what's exciting.
I'm reading a biography of Harley Earl right now, and it's just fascinating how the designers and the clay modelers and they were all had to be in their wheelhouse. The
Yep.
clay, you couldn't touch the clay. You had to get the clay guy to come over. So if I wanted to change the way this looked, clay guy had to come over and shave it. It was the union rules back
Absolutely.
then, right? It's so fascinating story about Harley Earl.
Real quick, I just noticed something on this car. What does this remind you of?
It's
The front end of the
front of
ZR1.
Absolutely.
Even with that big, this thing right here.
Yep.
Wow. And what year was this?
So this was a 1964.
They already had that in the making.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It is amazing how the designers today look at Corvettes of the past and utilize, features of those
Sure.
And
cars
honor
to.
that history.
Right.
It's hard
That's
to,
awesome.
Yep.
the new people coming up to honor that history, but it seems
Right.
like Corvette has really honored that history going
Yep.
back. It's
Absolutely. You see it all the time.
amazing.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. We'll be done here. It's Octane Hour for a reason.
Right?
Oh,
But-
come on, let's keep going.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much to Adam.
Yes, unbelievable.
We've got an observer back here. By the way, he won.
He won.
A 2024 C8 ZR1 on the Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum giveaways.
He's
So-
also in all of our raffles here too. So he's hoping to win a 2025 ZR1.
Yeah.
From one of our raffles. And we can't forget also Mariah.
Exactly. Our sweet camera lady.
There she is. Hi, she's our camera person.
She's trying to say
She's our
hi.
camera person. Thank you so much, Mariah, for organizing everything for us every year. Thank you for letting us
Yes,
in.
she does a fantastic job. She held the camera through the whole entire night.
Yep.
So give her a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give the museum a big thumbs up. I hope did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, thank you guys for being here.
Yes.
I hope each
Thank
and
you all
every
for being
one of
here.
you have a
Thanks, buddy.
wonderful rest of your evening, and we will see you guys on the next Octane Hour.
Woo! Very nice.